Unlike my previous two movie reviews, I'm going to do this review unscripted. I want to do this because I think this is the kind of movie that you want to review while it's fresh in your mind. REC gets it's a Spanish horror film. It gets what pretty much all Hollywood horror films don't. It's that the more believable a situation is, the more involving and suspenseful and intense it is. Everyone in this film uh, reacts in a way that isn't like they're just written characters. They feel like they're reacting like real people would to the situation. The handheld camera work seen in movies like Cloverfield, which didn't get too good of a reception, although I kind of personally liked it, and Blair Witch Project, which I didn't like, is used to a very good effect here. It's not it's shaky, yes, but it's not really disorienting. It's more used to add to the atmosphere where those other two films failed and they just kind of made it kind of annoying. The film builds up suspense expertly. It builds up suspense expertly and really is just all about payoff when sometimes there are jump move moments. You usually expect jump moments like that everything's quiet and then boom, jump out of your seat. Some jump moments in this movie aren't like that, although there are some. It's not a movie all about gore either, even though there is plenty of that too. Uh, Again, it focuses on a more realistic tone. The realistic tone makes it all the better because, like I said before, every character reacts in a way a real person would, making the events more believable and making the characters easier to sympathize with and care about. So when they're in danger, it becomes all the more intense, and you want them to survive even more. REC, I think the only real problem I have with it is it kind of hits a dead spot in the middle, sort of. It we get the attack happening, then we just kind of like settle down, like the quiet before the storm. I think this part's a little bit too long, a little too extended, and I think that they're trying too hard to develop characters that uh, we can sympathize with anyway because the way they've reacted with so far. So I think some of that part's kind of arbitrary or not very useful. The final, I think, 20, 30 minutes of this film is really just an all-out suspense, uh, intensity, just cling to your seat fest. It's so skillfully filmed and shot, and everything's handled just so well. The atmosphere is great. The Everything's where it needs to be. Everything's set up just great. The actors do a really good job, and the whole thing is just one cling to your seat. There might be uh, fingernail marks in your couch when you let go because you're holding on so tight. It's really that kind of movie with just that kind of suspense. Uh, it's it's got a lot of payoff, like I said, and well, I really don't have much more to say about this movie. If you have Verizon FiOS, this movie is on demand right now for $4.99. So if you have Verizon FiOS, check it out. It's really good if you're a horror fan, and I think you should really check it out even if you're not, because uh, this is the kind of stuff that people in Hollywood don't get. That gore isn't scary all by itself. You need some kind of thing to accompany it. Don't go see The Final Destination this weekend. If you have Verizon FiOS, Uh, just uh, just go see REC. I can tell it's about 50 times better than the Final Destination could ever hope to be.